This is James Mathers for the Digital Cinema Society at Cine Gear Expo 2023. Here with my friend Richard Amadril. He's the CEO of Luminys, and he's going to tell us about some giant lights and some new LED lights.
Perfect. Thanks, James. It's great to see you. And thanks for having us, as always.
So what about these 30 amp lights?
So for one of our industrial clients, which I can't name, but they might make electric cars, or they might not, we have made a 7,000 watt Zenon SoftSun that works on single phase 220 power, which is something we've never had. What that allows us to do is we built a power supply with the same components that we run our LED lights on. So it gives us a plasma SoftSun with 0.9% power factor, as opposed to the 0.4, 0.5 that you get when you use the SoftSun normally because of the way it rectifies DC. So that is like our first small, single phase, easy to use SoftSun, and I can send photos and stuff to you. We've been showing people in the shop all week, and we're pretty excited because it just opens, a new kind of easier to use, easier to swallow kind of SoftSun. It's not that the big ones don't have a place and don't do wonderful things. It's just that it's hard sometimes to introduce somebody to a 200K SoftSun.
200K. So this is from 200 down to 7.
200 down to 7. And like I said, the big thing is power factor, lamp life, and all those things. The other exciting thing that we've been working on is a 5,000 watt LED SoftSun. That one that we can show too now because it's the patent is filed and all that stuff. We actually liquid cool the inside of an extrusion and all the LEDs around the outside, so that it fits inside a reflector just like a normal Xenon tube. Yeah. And we'll have a 5,000 watt version and a 2,000 watt version.
So punchiness out of an LED, which has always been a challenge.
Yeah, it's like you get with a SoftSun. It's punchy and soft. Mm-hmm. So though it's a soft light, you can still create a nice edge and do those things. And with those guys, same thing. It'll run on single phase 220 or on the 2K will run on a normal wall plug at 120.
I'm sure these have tremendous output. And is that suitable for high-speed cinematography? That must be one of the uses, huh?
Yeah, absolutely. It's flicker free. It'll have, because of the way modern electronics work, it'll have a lightning mode as well as a continuous mode and stuff like that. But the main exciting thing for us is just, if you can imagine, with the LEDs that we're using, we're getting about over 100 to almost 110 lumens per watt. A standard Xenon SoftSun is usually about 50 lumens per watt. So a 5K LED will be stronger than a 10K traditional SoftSun.
Wow.
So it's a lot
eager
of light.
To see that.
Yeah. And that's kind of what we're pushing for because, stack them together, make bigger sources. But that's kind of our, what we notice more and more with sort of the niche lighting that we do, it's all about the big stuff or all about, how small and how convenient can we make it. So that's kind of where our focus is going.
Different horses for different courses.
Yeah, exactly. There's no in between anymore. It's either, a $300 million movie or we've got, $8,500.
I've noticed that.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Yeah.
So how about Lightning Strikes? You still doing that?
We're still doing that. We've actually redesigned the 70K Lightning Strikes, and we're going to next do the 250K. What we did was we made a tighter, more sort of collective parabolic reflector than the original units had, and we got 3.5 times more light from the same bulb.
Wow. By
changing the reflector. So that has us really excited, and we showed, all of our agents from around the world have been in this week, and we showed all of them, and we're really excited about that because again, we see that when they need the big stuff, they need the big stuff, or they kind of want to go as small as they can. So anything we can do to sort of, refresh and remind people what these things do and how they do it and how it's different than really anything else, is a positive. So yeah, we're excited about the new 70K. There'll be a new 250K, and that's the world we live in. We will remake what we have, and really make LED versions of those things as well. That's kind of where the tech is going for us.
You're really the only ones in that area of the business. So
yeah, we're the only ones crazy enough to be in that. Yeah, I mean, I said it yesterday when they wanted the 100K for something, and then they were like, "Oh, we don't have the money and we can't afford it." And I was like, "You get 100K when you can't afford not to have it."
Yeah, because that replaces the sun when the sun goes down.
Exactly.
And you have $1 million actors hanging around the set.
I know. Yeah. So that's what makes it fun. But like everyone else in town, the writer's strike has really kind of slowed us down, but we're still here. We have the industrial stuff that we're doing. Looks like we'll do some stuff for U2 with the big dome in Vegas, because those guys have been in a few times because they have a huge dome. They're trying to put a concert on inside a huge movie theater, basically.
Yeah, that's going to be a
and
challenge.
No one ever thought about how they're going to light the band. so
and they see 360.
Yeah, exactly. So one of we'll probably use some lightning. We'll do some other things to help them basically hide big sources, kind of like wherever they can, and get in there and that's it. Light the band. As we said to them, it's like you're going to have half your audience there to see a concert, and they're going to be upset, and then the other half is going to think they're there to see some virtual reality thing, and they're going to be upset too. But it's a pretty exciting project, and it's
you're always pushing the technology forward.
Yeah, that's the thing. I mean, we have to keep going, because the demand. In the industrial stuff we do, you're never going to get away from needing huge amounts of light, and then for what we run into kind of even with the newer stuff is just that we'll have kids come in and we'll show them different lights, and they'll go like, "What's that?" And we'll go, "Well, that's the ballast. You got to plug the light into something." Not everything just runs on magic. So, but it's good. I mean, like that's part of the magic and part of the fun.
Thank you so much, Richard.
You're welcome.
For the update.
Thank you. Thanks for having us.